on a gas boat of sorts. It's been about a week since I've done this, so apologize ahead of time if I've forgotten any of the voices, but let's continue. I'm excited to get through this part, and the last part was pretty good. Kate, I don't know if I did a voice for her, or I forget if we even saw her last time. We're kind of close. I usually find this place upriver. Everybody's on the lake tonight. Gas station moves around? Sure. It's not anchored or anything. Could be anywhere up and down in the echo. You could just kind of run into it when you need it, or hopefully a little before you need it. I usually stop here once a night, though to be honest, I'm not sure if it's even the same one. It doesn't have a name or anything, and I really never paid attention to who's behind the counter. Anyway, it's nice to see you two. Most of my regular passengers must have got held up somewhere in their journey tonight. It's that storm, I think. Watching Ezra sprint past. Look at him go. That kid has a lot of energy. It's got to be past his bedtime or something, right? I don't think it's past his bedtime. He's a maverick. Sounds familiar. Haha. You don't have any of your own? I mean, no, I guess not. I just realized you two come through here so often. We chat about all kinds of stuff, but I never thought to ask. How about family? We're all the family we need. That's sweet. So, how about the storm upstairs? Did you two get caught in it? Heard it's kind of roamed around uncertain. I'm sure we'll hear all about it tomorrow. Flooding, property damage. Probably killed a few tomatoes. It's got the river churning and everything. One headed to the lake here, where the water's calmer. I myself don't mind navigating a choppy river. Not at all. I've got a good feel for it. Plus, it's better for fungal growth. High water consumes the cave moths, and their wet wings clump together into these little balls of nutrient-dense mushroom food, jammed by a current here and there between the rocks. You've never seen a mushroom grow like on a soggy moth carcass. Amazing. If I could... Well, she's long-winded. If I could get a day off, Val, I would be out there all day tomorrow harvest. I mean it. They'll all be ready by tomorrow. A mushroom will grow just as fast as you can pump water into it. Hey, are you two headed out this way tomorrow? Maybe I could send Val ashore with you for a few hours. She's got a remarkable nose for mushrooms. You wouldn't even know what to look for. Put a bag around her neck, and she'll just bring them back to you. Oh, geez. Johnny's voice. I have no clue. I always forget his voice. Yeah. No room on a bike for a dog, Cricket. Oh yeah, he's Cricket. She could curl up in the sidecar. I'll sit my legs. Silence. So, should get back aboard. No rush. I just want to brew some tea before we get underway. Headed to the station. I thought I'd grab some black coffee for the old man. He's looking a bit waterlogged. Sure. Don't want him falling asleep on you. Nah, he'll be alright. Seems like the type who can hold his liquor. Seems like he has a little experience, I mean. Hey, while you're in there, could you remind the gas attendant the fuel on this tab? The gas attendant, this fuel is on my tab. Charged to the Mucky Mammoth. That's the ship we were on last time. The Mucky Mammoth, which has a mammoth on it, of course. Oh, Will wanted a scratch ticket, thanks. Who's Will? Oh, I think I remember Will. Johnny 2 Junebug. I think I'll just watch the lake for a bit, ma'am. Good. That was Kate, I think, wandering to the left. There's a boat. A guy in a boat. Just cruising along. Let's go in. It's a nice touch there, little boat guy. Talk to the attendant. Gonna do the attendant. I'm not gonna do a voice for the attendant. I don't have any voices left for the attendant. Looking for crystals? Need a scratch ticket. God, I keep forgetting to do her voice. What kind? G-Bug examines a lottery display case. The one with the grassy field on it? Money minefield, okay. Anything else? Snacks. Sure, we have snacks. We have... How about some jerky? It's not homemade, not by me. You work on the mammoth. I can add to your tab. Oh, you know the tugboat? The captain, Kate, said I'd have to remind you. Sure, they're here every night. It's okay, I have one of those faces. Forgettable. I wouldn't say that. It's okay, I've learned to accept it. In fact, I've learned to cherish it. There's dignity in being forgotten. Letting the crowd flow around you is unspoiled. Yeah, that's a good perspective on it. It's a positive spin. I used to live in a city, I mean real city, Cleveland, Ohio. I had some family money and then I didn't have to work. I lived in hotels. Daylight, I walked to wherever the people were. My only duty was to the crowd. I was its observer, its historian, its detective, its poet. Well, the money ran out and I dispersed with the rest of them. I took my duties with me here to the Lake Lethe. I think that's how you say that. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the Echo River. I live behind this counter, anonymous, invisible, but I live with dignity. That's good. And yourself? Sure, something like that. And, I like to keep moving. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I can't help it myself. I travel at a pleasure, a current. Snacks are in the back there. Norm! What am I looking at? G-Bug surveys a row of chocolates, licorices, cheese, crackers, dehydrated, bleached, reconstituted, and colorized. Sounds yummy. Johnny seems distant. Seems a little preoccupied. Oh crap. That was... Ignore that. Seems a little preoccupied with Kid Ezra. Bag on the bottom is decorated with cartoonish pictures of vegetables. Through a plastic window in the packaging, she can see puffed corn shaped and colored like carrots. Tomatoes and broccoli florets, and a few puffy white discs that might represent potatoes. It's always just been the two of us on the bike. Oh, was I supposed to do a voice? Never mind. Whoops. Somewhere in there is surely... Is this her talking? It doesn't sound like it. In case the rest of the process hasn't done it well. Flow time. These questions, I mean, these answers seem like her talking, but the other sounds like narrative. I don't know, I'll just do a voice. Maybe ask him what's on his mind. She turns, she turns, it's not, whatever it is, third person, or... She turns the bag over to look for the ingredients, but only finds a murky blurb inspired by real vegetables. Not real vegetables, but inspired by. Let's talk to good old Norm. To attendant. Shit. that flood water washed you halfway up out to sea. I was looking for you down by New Koenigsberg. I never understood what the two dots meant. So I'm just gonna say it like that. Same as usual, but ain't nobody there. And the river's deep as an elephant's. Noticing Junebug. Oh, didn't see you there, ma'am. Pardon my language. Where are you headed? Well, in fact, I'm headed right there. Glad to have found it at last. Extending his hand warmly. I expect you must be Loretta. Enchanted to meet you. Sorry I'm late. Hey, is this coming off too flowery or something? Enchanted? Repeating it now? I feel a little silly. I'm not Loretta, but I think you'll do fine with Enchanted. Well, thanks for saying so. But now I'm double embarrassed. Do I look like her? To be truthful, I couldn't tell you. I met Loretta on a computer. We meet each other there. Or I guess we spoke through a computer. And agreed to meet? I don't know the terminology. Haven't dated in quite a while. Back when I met Greta. That's my wife. Excuse me, my ex. Or maybe I'm her ex. I think both. Probably. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, back then there was such a thing as computers and all. I guess there probably was, but I never heard of one. I worked in textiles. So here I am. So what's your plan with Loretta shows up? Oh, maybe down to the rum colony. Shoot, I forget to ask if she likes to drink. You never really know these days. I guess first I'd ask her about that. If she doesn't like rum, I'd maybe try to take her by the... Excuse me. Bat Sanctuary. That's pretty romantic in a sense. No, it isn't. In what sense, I would like to know. Like Misty Valleys and ruined churches romantic, not like the flowers and chocolate romantic. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. But it doesn't... By the name, it doesn't sound romantic. But ruined churches? Misty Valleys maybe, but ruined churches? I don't know. Maybe. Of course, they've got the memorial there. That's a little depressing, actually. Maybe we kind of sail around that. Damn it, I guess I probably miss her. Wonder if she'll agree to meet me again. I wouldn't if I thought I'd be stood up. Can't say I would either, you're probably right. Well, I guess I head on back. Hey, suppose Loretta doesn't want to see me after all. My card is full. Oh, no, sorry, that's not what I meant. Actually, I wanted to ask you for some advice. I had to type up a sort of autobiography for the computer date, and I spent a lot of time on it, but I only got one reply, and that was Loretta herself. I was happy to meet her, but supposing she's lost interest now. Do you think she could maybe give me some feedback? It's only a paragraph or so. I have it all memorized. I spent so damn long writing it. Oh, here's how it goes. Good-natured man, retired and spent most of my time sailing the Echo River, riding currents of subterranean gas, and that strange invisible wind that moans out of the small tunnels along the bank, seeking a companion to map the river with me. I have 2 grown children, but they live far away. No goofballs. No goofballs. Does he mean... Some people say when you get high on goofballs, but does he mean like no silly people? No fun people? Okay, what do you think? Exactly what I was thinking. What was that about goofballs? Like serious inquiries only. That could be misinterpreted, I think. You might really, yeah. You might miss out on some really great goofballs. You may be right about that. Why mention your children? Oh, I figured it would come up somehow. I don't know how people feel about dating with kids. I would strongly disagree with dating with kids. Like I said, it's been a while. Are you proud? Yeah, sure am. My son is a school teacher and my daughter owns a printing press. Good people, yeah. Maybe I just mentioned it there, hoping I'll get asked to brag a little. Haha. Thinking about a win is a little too much. A little much. Yeah, you're probably right. I wanted to show poetic side. I'll save that for the date. Alright, thanks for your help, man. Give me a lot to think about. I'm ready to get back on the computer. You have a good night now. What's left of it, anyways? On to Johnny and Val. Whoa. Talking to him from way over here. Monday night. Hunting, mushroom hunting, huh? Like to try my hand. I've forgotten Johnny's voice again. Sorry. Too many voices. I might have done the same for Norm as him. I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't have a lot of range. Let's see. Weird cave monkeys, fungus girl and soggy moss. Sounds kind of romantic, but also kind of gross, right? So, could you fit in the sidecar? If I sat on my legs, you could curl up at the base. Oh, wait. I guess I'll use that one then, since I already said it. She's an excellent driver. Maybe we can talk to her into it. Keep forgetting to read the other response. Out, please. I would like out. Talk to Johnny. Sorry, Cricket, nothing good on offer. Not even those little gummy pomegranate seeds. I didn't look. It's okay, I'll go check. Wish me luck. Good luck. Wish you luck. There we go. Now I'm Johnny, yeah. Okay. There goes the boat guy again. Going the other way. Attendant. I like not doing voices. It's a whole lot easier, but it also makes it a little more fun when I do a voice. It's just difficult for me. I hope it's not difficult to listen to. I have not gotten any feedback on my voices, so if they're really irritating, I'll just stop doing them. Just speak with my own voice. Do you carry those little gummy pomegranate seeds? I had 3 boxes at the beginning of the week, and they're all gone. Can't keep them on the shelves. To be honest, our whole inventory is pretty low right now. There's a delivery boat that usually swings by earlier in the night, but I guess something came up. Where are you headed? Just followed Jewbug. She was here a minute ago. Okay, yeah. I have a feeling you two might be traveling together. I never travel, but I do love travelers. That's what I like this job about. The travelers come to me. This guy's got a pretty good attitude, I think. Being stuck here and being forgettable. He puts a positive spin on everything. That's good. Good to live your life like that. Do you live nearby? I live here. There's a cot in the back. Nobody ever notices it. Not that he lives here, really. Not much of a life he's got. It's really good he can stay positive about this all. Kind of crappy, really. I live here. There's a cot in the back. Nobody ever notices it. Not that I do much sleeping, really. But sometimes I lay on it anyways, just to keep in shape. What? Keep in shape? I think that would be like the opposite of keeping in shape. You want to get up and move around. Well, let me know if I can help you find anything. Al? Talk to Al. Gee. I guess a deep voice? Cool, it is good to be among friends. Suit yourself. What are you excited about? What are you so excited about? I can't help it. Every time I step on the boat alone, I think this could be the very last time. And then every time I come ashore, back amongst people, I think solemnly, Glory, it is good to be among friends. Why get on the boat in the first place? It's a ritual of remembrance for me. Tonight particularly so. It's my birthday. I'm 5 years old. What? Do you know why I say that? I don't know why you say it. Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you anyways. 5 years and some days ago, I set out on the Echo River alone, or so I thought at the time. I was looking for an ice floe. They're occasionally rumored to travel our humble artery, or they're on their way from who knows where to who knows where. Who knows why? It's a mystery. An hour into the journey, my lantern gave out. Now I always carry 3 or 4 spare. You'll never catch me in the dark again. Lesson learned, buddy. But that night, when the lantern went out, I was stuck in the dark. I kept my arm extended, running my fingers along the cave wall, trying to keep my bearing as best I could, at least make sure I wasn't going in circles. I just prayed I'd find another traveler who knew his way back to the lake or the ground, or even just a crack in the rocks to get a glimpse of moonlight. I had a large bag of apples with me. After a long while, maybe a day, I was getting weak, so I took my hand down from the rock to tear the bag open. Well, when I reached back out, I couldn't find that cave wall anymore, or any other. I was totally unmoored, buddy, totally adrift. It was so dark. Started counting time and apples eaten, drifted in despair for 4 apples. Then I schemed and planned and dreamed for 2 apples. Finally, I came to my fate, lost at sea, and this phase I think would have continued indefinitely had I not come to that very last damn apple. Picture me, feeling around in the empty bag, certain that somehow there was another one of those fist-sized chunks of life-growing fruit, already softened by the time, probably an unappetizing brown. Nope, that was it. Just as I was about to bite into my last meal, I felt a tickle on my upper lip. It hatched, right? What? It hatched? Right then. Couldn't have been a moment later, or I would have eaten it. My last apple was infested by a damn fruit fly magnet. Gross. Well, that should have been the end of it. I should have eaten that apple and that fly while I was at it. Put it into our little food chain suicide pact. But I waited out of mercy. After all, this fly was basically a newborn child, right? Another interesting perspective on things. These characters really got a rich or a deepness to them. Depth, I guess. Newborn child, right? A gross insect child, but a child, right? Born into darkness and famine, hungry and alone. I mean, can you imagine that? No other fly out there on the boat, and never would be. No other flies to welcome him into the world. This is kind of grim, actually. I mean, no fly culture, no fly society, no fly history. True orphan. I started to get depressed just thinking about it. Well, yeah, if you think about it that way. It is really deep into the history of this fly. Worked out a thick tear, and I'm not ashamed to say, well, that fly landed on my cheek right under my left eye, right on that salty teardrop, and then blinding glory, his ass lit like a candle. That wasn't a fly, buddy. That was a damn lightning bug. Well, good. I'm glad you didn't kill it then. If it was just a fly, screw it. But fireflies are truly amazing, or lightning bug are a lot more beautiful. So that's how come I'm here today with you folks, only because I found a way out of that strange river cave in the dim lit rear of some orphan insect hatched out of my last rotten apple. Bullard is good to be among friends. Junebug and Val, and then I think this may be the end. Big plans for the night. Let's see. Me and Johnny should probably start looking for a place to stop and recharge for the day. Maybe we'll just follow you and Kid around on the Mammoth for a while. The end of this chapter, or act, or scene, whatever. Nope, more. There goes another boat. Johnny, that guy's a trip. That gas station attendant. Did you talk to him? It's funny. He actually reminds me of a frog we had for a bit. What? How do you... I thought it was a toad. Oh, is there a difference? Toads... yeah, toads live in the mud. Frogs live in trees. Excuse me. Huh, I never knew. Okay, so how does that gas attendant remind you of a frog? Oh, I don't know. Because he liked to, I guess. Like to talk, I guess. Maybe we should pick another one. Frog or cat. Or an iguana. Or something. Feeling lonely, Cricket? Not exactly. Not like the guy at the gas station. That guy lets the world wash over him statistically like a rock. But you and me both, together, I mean, we're always moving, always changing. I think it's because we feel safe with each other, you know? Free. We can try stuff out, change our clothes, swap swap parts around. Just play. I'm not lonely, just curious what another person to play with. What else could we be? We can keep it in mind. Let's not rush into anything. Yeah, you're right about that, ma'am. No rush. Oh, that's Kate. Time to hit the road. River, I mean. Haha. Okay. The end. Certainly been talking a long time. See, that's brick building I used to post. Is this Johnny? I'm not sure who this is. See that small brick building? Used to be an upholstery shop. Now it's inhabited by a very skilled taxidermist whose art is greatly in demand. When it was a upholstery shop, it didn't see nearly as much business. The old shop's name is lost to time and weather. This was decades ago, and the only trace of it now is a grade frame and old sign behind the lettering, which now reads Trapper, Stalker, and Sportsman. And then below, smaller, no specimens too exotic, no arrangement too fanciful. Some of the upholstery equipment is still there too, and sees active use. Elise is the resident artist though, she's not the owner of the shop. How would I know who it's owned by? It's owned by a recluse ex-convict, that is. Very little is known about him. His crime is generally assumed to be violent or otherwise gruesome in detail, though of course that's all speculation and probably goes from his association with the taxidermy business, even though he never much as skinned a squirrel. He's more like a silent partner. I guess those are the ones you're supposed to keep an eye on. But Judah is old. He keeps to himself. Conscience seems to be that he's paid his debt to society, whatever that debt may have been. Alright, we're on the murky mammoth. Can I move? Oh. Something else to look at. Shannon retreat to the TV room to browse the mammoth's video collection. She likes TVs, so that seems the sensible thing to do. Ah, there we go. Alright, hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. We're back on the Mucky Mammoth, it looks like. Or no, I already knew that. Duh. Yeah, that's it for today. This was kind of a long video. Let's find out next time what... Is this Shannon? Yeah, she's watching videos. Okay. Let's find out next time what's up with Shannon. Bye.